Hello students, welcome back. Let's go to section 3, the chain rule, by far the most important topic for the entire course. What is it? Well, here's a statement, and if you look at the statement alone, it looks pretty benign. It looks like it's a formula. The derivative of f of g of x, the composite function, is f prime of g of x times g prime of x. How do we actually work it out? I suggest this three-step process. Step 1, outside first, and then you go in. So outside in, and this is usually the rule of thumb for all derivative computation problems. Outside first, and then you go gradually in. You see, in algebra, usually it is backward. Remember, if you have multiple parentheses, the order of computation is inside first, and then gradually you go outside. In calculus, it's backward. Outside first, and then you go gradually in. Now, step 2, inside stays the same. This red part stays the same. So this will be wrong. This will be wrong. Inside is not the derivative, it stays the same. This is wrong. You have to stay the same g of x. And finally, the derivative of the inside is multiplied out there like a dangling chain. And then if you have anything further, another chain, dangling, dangling, dangling. That's why this is called the chain rule. Here's an example problem of the chain rule. What if you break it up? Well, if you have about second power, possible. Third power is pain in the rear end, but possible. But seventh power, you can't do it this way. So you cannot break it up. You're going to need an alternative tool. And let's use the chain rule. How do you work it out? Well, outside function is this to the 7th power, so outside first. 7 and this thing to the 6th power. That's step 1. Now step 2, inside stays the same. And then that's not the end of the story. We have to multiply the derivative of the inside. 2x plus 2. And that completes the problem. Alright? That's step 1. And then inside stays the same. Oh, why did I lose color here? And then this part is step 3, the derivative of the inside. Here's the solution. How about the next problem here? G of x is x squared plus 1 to the 1/2 power, because square root is 1/2 power function. So if you take the derivative function, what is it? Outside first. Outside is 1/2 power function. So 1/2 comes out. And then you subtract 1 from the power. Oops, wrong key. And then inside stays the same. And finally, like a dangling chain, you have to multiply the derivative of the inside. And that completes the problem. You can simplify this a little bit because this 2x and this 2 down here cancel each other out. And you're going to get x over x squared plus 1 like this, if you use traditional form. But the final expression here is unnecessary, at least whenever I'm grading, it's okay. But I cannot say the same when machine grader is grading. Sometimes it may ask you to simplify like this. Let's hope we don't have to deal with those kind of cases. Here's another problem. Try it on your own. Stop the playback and try it on your own. If s is 3 times, what is this? 3s squared minus 2s plus 5 to the what power? Negative 5 halves power. Is that clear to everybody? Why negative? Because this thing is in denominator. Why 1/2 power? Because it's square root. If it had been cubic root, it would be 1/3 power. Fourth root, it would have been 1/4 power. And then why 5th power? Because we have 5 power here. Now, let's apply the chain rule. So multiply the power, so negative 15 over 2, and whatever this thing, to the negative 7 halves power, because I have to subtract 1. And then inside always stays the same. Oh, by the way, there's a typo. This should be s. And then we have to multiply the derivative of the inside. 6s minus 2. That completes the problem. And of course, you can simplify this thing a little bit further, because 6 and 2, they're both even numbers. And then we have 2 down here, so you can simplify it a little bit further. But personally, I wouldn't bother. I'll stop here rather. Well, here's the answer key. And in my answer key here, I just takes a little bit of simplification. Okay, all right, one more. That's right. Did everybody get it? Well, exponential always stay the same, and inside always stay the same. I think this is typo. Sorry about that. Should have been y. And we have to multiply the derivative of the inside. 6y plus 2. Yeah, in my answer key, I don't have typo there. I'm going to correct it. By the time you get this notebook, all must have been corrected. Okay, one more problem. All right, how about this? The outer function is logarithmic function. What is the derivative of the log x? It's 1 over x, isn't it? So 1 over whatever this inside, because inside never changes. Okay, so far so good. And we have to multiply the derivative of the inside. You see, this part, g prime part. What is it? 8x to the 3rd power plus 10x. That's it, isn't it? Or if you simplify, it's going to be 8x cubed plus 10 divided by 2x to the 4th power plus 5x squared. Oops. Sorry, I clicked the wrong key. I was speaking and typing at the same time, and sometimes I make mistake. Here. Okay, we went through a lot of exercise problems on chain rule, and let's take a rest and let's resume a little bit later.